Alright!
It's time for Zetsubou. Having to follow up DE is a hard task to bestow onto any map, and the unfortunate deed was left to Zetsubou No Shima, the problem child of Black Ops 3. A map critically acclaimed to be boring and monotonous compared to its predecessor, accompanied by a lackluster boss fight. However, with the maps and Easter eggs we are given today, we should and will give this criminally underrated map another chance and answer the question, how great is Zetsubou No Shima really? We will be rating this map the same way we always do, by a wonder weapon, Easter egg, and high round experience, each given a score out of 10, then tallied as a whole out of 30. Essentially, we will be levying the pros and the cons of each section against each other to obtain a score out of 10. Now, let's talk about the KT4. The KT4 is a weapon which shoots a puddle on the ground reminiscent of the Slicker Fire from Die Rise, meaning zombies that are unfortunate enough to be in this will die via overgrowth. One thing that really stands out to me is the fact that the KT4 has a much wider scope of use than just killing zombies. It allows you to open up areas of the map granting rewards such as power-ups and a free wooded wine, but also allows you to upgrade the plants you create by shooting them with each stage of growth. Essentially, it becomes part of the map's identity and is a must-get for all players. Another thing that I really like is the fact that building a KT4 and upgrading it to the Masamune has 3 steps each, all of which involve experiencing all features of the map. Notably, killing the spider boss in a cave where you use the KT4 to uncover the secret entrance, or even using the electrified shield to send you into an underground cage to get the vial. Getting the KT4 and Masamune is just a fun experience to do. Also, just obtaining the KT4 is very straightforward and manageable, making it very accessible to all players. Having said that, easy as it is to get, the KT4 and its upgraded counterpart doesn't kill zombies fast, and most of the time will not kill the whole 24. This is very evident as most high round strategies that don't involve camping in the elevator actually lean towards using 2 30 rounds and returning them instead of holding onto the Masamune. Preferably, when going for high rounds I would prefer to use the map wonder weapon, but in this case it actually kills time, so it's safer to stay away from using it.
On the topic of smaller wonder weapons, we have the skull and spider bait. The skull is very easy to get and kills zombies very quickly, essentially a perfect addition to the map. Spider bait is obtained through a small quest and is decent on lower rounds, but on higher rounds is only used to get out on red screen, as it won't kill around round 40, but a second chance is still a second chance. Although not wonder weapons, the martial dual wield and the Razorback only feature on this map, so in my opinion they belong in this category. The Razorback is an above average assault rifle, but the real golden boy here are the martials. Upgraded, they can one-shot thrashes and can reload quickly. Without AATs, they are the best gun on the map, hands down. The HG40 and the MS Garand first appear on this map, but also later appear on World Crovy, so aren't exclusive and are not much to write home about either. Weighing up the pros and cons provides a score of 8 out of 10. Overall, a very vast array of weapons and very fun to get and use each one. This Easter egg is one of my favourites on the disc, primarily because of its structure. It allows the player to do any of the steps in whatever order they want. They just need to get 3 cogs for the elevator throughout the game. This freedom of movement works very well with the map's micromanagement of the plants and is a great feature. From a gameplay perspective, having to grow plants for the Easter egg appears to be boring as the player is just waiting, as many people have complained about, but you can just do other steps in the meantime. One of my favourite steps to do is the zipline step in co-op.
Hold it, yeah? Wait, what?
However, I can't keep trying to justify it to myself. This map has a lot of waiting. You gotta wait for the plants, you gotta wait for the lightning to strike the podium, and you gotta wait for the plane to fly overhead. Accompanied with the threat of forgetting to water a plant, you may have to start the whole 3-round process again. Although, this map does feature a mini boss fight of the giant spider, while not particularly hard, it's very visually appeasing and awards all players with Infinite Widow's Wine, the strongest perk in the game. On the topic of bosses, this map does feature a second. Kind of. The final step is to defeat the Takio boss fight, which is probably the easiest boss fight of all time. All you have to do is run clockwise and wait for his weak spots to appear. That's all. That's the acclamation of all the steps done previously. If I didn't have such a soft spot for this map, I would probably be ranking this one lower than what I'm giving it. Its major pitfall is the waiting involved, since the rubbish boss fight is more of a disappointment than a detriment, but it's recovered by its great cutscene, which I can no longer show. Therefore, I am awarding the Easter egg a 7 out of 10. This high round is very weird to me. On paper you have a lot of benefits. First, we have the Skull Wonder weapon which charges relatively fast and kills very well. Although this can cause invisible zombies that are around 120 plus, though most of us won't get there anyways. Second, we have imprint plants, essentially taking a screenshot of the user's loadout and respawns them when they die out. So you do get a lot of second chances on this map. To me, this high round was slightly tedious as you mostly use Deadwire to kill and not the one weapon, slowing down the pace. Despite this, I was very committed, as you can see here. There's one other fault that I never saw coming. At higher rounds, this map glitches out big time. I tried creating a fruit plant at high rounds, and sometimes one plant steals all 3 uses out my bucket. Also, take a look at this sequence of events. That's not even all, man, look what happens next. This was one of the weirdest attempts for high round I have ever done, but I couldn't say it wasn't entertaining because of the glitches. Overall, I award it a 7 out of 10, so altogether this map scored a 22 out of 30. This fits my opinion that all Black Ops 3 maps shouldn't be below B tier. I'm not a fan of high rounds, so personally I place this map at A tier, but sadly facts don't care about my feelings.